Hello, everybody. Welcome to another installation of Rich 220 Auto Restorations LLC. Um, Today, what we're going to do is I actually have to put a few more bolts in on the passenger side head, and then I'm going to start putting on the exhaust manifolds and the spark plugs back in, and then maybe start putting the radiator back on. I have to get my keys for that, but yeah, I'm gonna put this hose on too, get that out of the way. Flexi hose is not my favorite thing, but in a pinch it'll do for now. So I got the battery over here. The heater fan is back in, but it's not in all the way. And I have to get some other things organized here so that way I can get things put back in here. This I'm gonna put right here because that's where it belongs. And then I'm going to be back in a minute. So I'm going to put that magic thing on pause, and I'll be right back. Okay, folks, I'm back. I got one of the ram heads here, exhaust manifolds. This one goes on the passenger side. There's a homemade thermostat, or what do they call it? I call it a thermostat, but it's actually a choke. It's actually supposed to heat up the car or whatever, so it makes it run better. Goes on the side of the carburetor. Anyway, I got that one out, but I have to clear a lot of space over there. The other one's in the trunk, and then I have the radiator in the front seat of the car. So, well, let's get to all this other stuff first, because first I got to put in the bolts, and then I got to put in the spark plugs, and then I want to put in the hose. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, so let me just get started here. I got to get my thing out. Yes, it's the day after Christmas, and there is no snow. There was snow the day beforehand, but it had stopped. So, all in all, we didn't get anything but a dusting, which I'm glad about, because I really don't have the kind of energy to rip things apart in the driveway right now. I'm going to put this down here, because apparently that's not a very stable place. Not that this is any better, but it's probably better than what the heck I had. I gotta lock that in, and that's not gonna turn unless I get this loose. There it is. Yep, I want you guys to see what I'm working on, so that way you guys don't feel left out. I'm a little short thing, so I need a little height maneuverability in order to be able to get in here without losing parts to this thing. Like the choke. Alright. So what I gotta do is I gotta take these valve covers off. Well, that one's already off. The bolts for the inside of the head and outside are already on. Now, I just gotta take these screws out. And yes, I did say screws. This car has everything original, right down to the valve cover screws. I think the only thing that's not original is the water pump. But I would assume that back then they didn't really last too long, so there's probably plenty of issues with them in that time period. Anywho, my main concern here is just to get the valve covers off for now. I got the fuel pump I got to put back on there yet. I haven't done that either, just because I haven't been feeling too good, and because it's been too darn cold out here for me to do any damn thing. I don't like working in the freezing cold weather outside. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not one for it. Okay, now, there's one there. It's a spark plug. Let's see. Okay, that can go there. Yep, sorry, but we need to take your ass out. Get off. I don't know what it is with this car, but everything's got to be right in the path. I always got to make it a difficult task just to get things off. I don't much like that. Okay, so now, here are the bolts. These are the head bolts, and they're going back in. I want to put one that's not... Oh, that's already in there, okay. Alright, so I'm going to do this. And then, yes, I still have to do a valve adjustment, but I'll do that within time. I just want to put these in first, get this out of the way. See how many are still in the clean sink, because I am not sure at this point. Okay. And I got 3 left. How many holes are still in there? I can't really tell. Well, there's one in there, one in there, one in there. Looks like this might be enough. Yep, that's going in there. Okay. Now what else have we got? Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's one up there. Yep. Okay. Should be one more. That should be it. And that one should be probably right in between here. Yep. Come on now. No, you're not that far down. You're up here. There it goes. Okay. So, those are in. Now, oh, hey Dan, from DD Speed Shop. Dude, man, you gotta lighten up. I was just poking fun because your radiator cap was off and it was spewing out water out of the radiator. I would tell you one thing, if you didn't put that cap back on, you wouldn't get very far. So, yeah. When I say a couple of bugs still needed to be worked out, let's see. To avoid antifreeze or water going out of the radiator, which is one bug, put the radiator cap back on, which is number 2 bug, okay? All right, buddy. Other than that, I'm glad that you got the misfire straightened out because you had it in the garage and you were trying to gun it and it kept going pop, 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 like that. So it was a misfire and a backfire all at once. But I'm glad you got it straightened out and you'll have yourself one hell of a car when you're done. although you still have a long way to go. And might I suggest, don't do a crappy paint job on the car. The car is actually worth a lot of money if you do it right. So do it right, enjoy it, do it the way you want, but give it a decent paint job. Because when I'm done with this car is getting painted all over again. I'm not even playing that. It's going to go back to its original color, which the top was actually surf green and the bottom was Highlander green. I've already done the research on the car. The seats, however, are not going to have the same fabric as they have on them right now, which is all tattered, ripped, and everything else. It's going to have turquoise and black instead of Highlander green with black material with green threading going in it, which I can't find anywhere. So, but it is what it is. For the most part, the engine on this thing is original, and it's a numbers match, and that's more than anybody could ask for. So that's all I'm really concerned with at this point. And then putting this thing back together. Now, when I was cranking it, somebody said to me they hear ticking. When I listen closely to the audio playing back on that video, it's not ticking. That's actually the compression stroke. Okay, so if you listen a little carefully, you'll hear it like kind of go pow, pow, pow. And that's the compression stroke. So it rolled over 6 times, came up top dead center 6 times and went past it. So all right, so what I still have to do here is I still got the pump that I got to hook up. It's a lot of work, you know. I mean, for one person, it really is. I'm not going to lie to you, folks. Rebuilding an engine is not easy. And the guys were right about the engine hoist and all that stuff. I have one now, but by the time I had gotten around to getting one, most of the engine was already cleaned up and ready to be put back together, so it was kind of pointless doing all that. Why would you want to rip an engine block out and cause yourself more aggravation when you really don't need to? You know, it's just as easy getting it from up here as it is down there. You know, you put the car up on jack stands, you have to roll up underneath it, so what? Big deal. It's not that big of a deal. If that's the biggest problem for everybody, then please, really. But, you know, I have an unorthodox way of doing things. I don't care. But you'll see, ultimately, in the end, the car is going to go back together just the way it would if somebody had it on an engine hoist and an engine stand. It wouldn't matter. It's going to be the same exact way. So, people that have been griping about things on me doing things and how I do it and everything, come on, really. It's getting done. That's what matters. It may be taking me a little bit longer, but that's because I'm fat and I'm overweight and I'm out of shape. And I haven't had much energy and I've been sick lately, so. And I'm not using every excuse in the book. It's just the reality of it. Plus, it doesn't help that I work from 4 to 6 in the morning until 4:30, 5 o'clock at night. Every day. Monday through Friday. And well, actually Wednesday I work until about 7:30, 8 o'clock. So yeah, that's a little bit longer. I'm sorry, folks, I don't have a way to dub this tape. I know it's kind of boring watching me tighten down bolts for the heads, but hey, they're being done. And you're right here with me. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, I'm going to have to do something with that because the wires are in the way and so are the hoses. Let's see. I don't know if it's down here or if it's up top. Nope, I'm gonna have to take it off and tighten it first without the ratchet, because the ratchet's just causing the socket to go back and forth. And believe me, I don't want to do that all day. I think of better things to do with my time. All right. Yeah, now it's going to play stubborn. I'll put this back on, and then it'll do the same thing again, which is what it always does. Entirely too loose. Now let's see. All right, let's get that out of here. That's empty anyway. That can go in the garbage. And there's nothing in that, so that can go in the garbage. All right, now let's take these two hoses. Get them off that. Let's see. That one go up here. And that one's not connected either. So, out of the way. Off the wires. Okay. That's the funny thing is, I bet you a lot of people don't think that I can remember how everything goes together without a shop manual. Hey, but guess what, people? I do. Here's the biggest thing that y'all don't know. I'm actually very visually perceptive, and I have a mind like a steel trap. I don't forget nothing. Let me see what I can do here. Now there's a bolt back there too, okay. And don't worry folks, I have a torque wrench. I just want these on hand tightened for now. Because like I said, I got to do a valve job anyway. And a valve job I mean by measuring the distance in between these two, so that way this doesn't do this. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to put this up here too. Hopefully to keep it out of the way. That's the ground. Alright, now. Okay, that's out of the way. Okay, now I have to run inside and get one of my father's magnets so I could take that choke piece up off of the exhaust manifold without climbing underneath the car. So I will be right back. Okay, everybody, I'm back, and as you can tell, these were the magnetic sticks that my father had. He did a lot of electrical panel boxes and transformer boxes. So I somehow managed to get one of his tool chests on the shop long ago. Let's see if this is gonna, maybe this side. There we go. And there's the piece that almost fell in the exhaust. Not today. Now, yeah, I got my coffee out here too. Nope. There's a washer that fell in there, and I was hoping I'd be able to get it with this, but apparently not. That's okay. Put them up there for now. Good tools to have, though. They'll pull you out of a crunch anytime. Okay, now I got to tighten a couple more in the back, so not yet. Okay. Somehow the bottom pulley is not lined up with the top one, so before putting the radiator on, I got to figure out what the deal is with that. It looks like it's about 1/4 of an inch off, but that's enough to tear up a belt, and I don't want to do that, so be right back. Yeah, I can't do anything with the radiator until I get that pulley back further than where it is. Let's see. Last time I dropped that distributor in, it was lined up. I don't know if it is now. Once I get the other spark plugs in, then I'm going to have to check to see if it's actually lined up. Does anybody have any idea how to get these off? You see that clamp there? I want to try and save these. I don't want to use them, but I want to make them so that way, you know. I don't know how the hell they had this with a flexi pipe or hose. Somebody must have done this because, yeah, this thing needs to be replaced. Oh God, it's all rotted right at the end here. All right, that's it. Up. And the bolt broke off on one of the hinges, so I got to take that off too now. Let's see. Yeah, there's still way too much work to be done on this yet. But nope, it's not going in. And I am not going to be aggravated by this today. See, the thermostat housing's on. I know I cleaned the thermostat. I definitely took that out and cleaned it because it was all corroded. But I got everything off of that, so there's no reason why it wouldn't work. Everything was still intact. All the bolts for the exhaust manifold and the nuts are still with the original bend tabs. They are not broke off. So that is not that big of a deal. I think it's about we'll have to get back with this again tomorrow, weather permitting. Because like I said, folks, I really just don't have the energy for this now. I don't know if I'm dying or if I got cancer or I'm just being a lazy F. I have no idea, but well, I'm definitely going to put the valve covers back on. Make sure that they're covered at least anyway, because I don't need no rust in there, and they look pretty good. I did a pretty good job of cleaning out these heads, I'll tell you that. A lot of people might have disagreed with me, but there's no longer any caked up sludge in them, and that's a good thing, because you know, you want everything to move, you don't want it stuck. Now those back ones, they got to be tightened up, and I think I'm going to wait on the exhaust manifold because I got to take that gasket off of there and put another gasket on. It looks like somebody put some kind of sealer shit on there, like Bondo or something, it looks like. And then the choke and the vacuum advance. That pretty much is it on top. Well, people, I think I'm going to call it quits for the day. I just don't have the energy for this. I'm sorry, but the weather is different, and I guess it makes me different. I don't know what it is. I'd like to get a lot more done, but I don't see it happening. So I guess I'll be signing off for the day. I don't even know what the hell time it is. I have no idea. If I had to guess, I would say it's around 3 o'clock. You know, the thing is probably after I get off the camera here, I'll probably do some more, but not much more. So, I don't know. I'll let you guys know. If I do, I'll put another filming of it on here. All right, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. This is Rich 220 of Rich Restorations LLC signing off. See you later. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Not that anybody will, but it'd be nice if you did. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, everybody.